Commit a murder and you can go to jail for life, maybe even lose your life. But how about killing not one person, but 1.7 million people and getting away with genocide? In Cambodia between 1975 and 1979, the Khmer Rouge killed 1 out of every 4 Cambodians. And incredibly, only now, 20 years after the crime, these master criminals, surviving leaders of the Khmer Rouge, are being captured or turning themselves in. What will happen to them is being decided as we speak. And even more incredibly, one very real possibility is nothing at all. We decided to study the question of justice for genocide through the eyes of 2 American citizens. And in fact, our story begins in Lowell, Massachusetts, where 1/3 of the population traces its origins to Cambodia. Seng, a guidance counselor in a middle school, is about to return to the homeland he barely survived. So is Arnchorn Pond, a social worker and a musician, who plays for the ghosts of the killing fields to bring peace to them and to himself. They agreed to let us tag along. In Cambodia itself, you don't see the ghosts, not at first anyway. In fact, you'd be hard-pressed to find a land this serene. Every time the sun rises or sets over the Mekong, it sketches an ode to tranquility. But the peace, profound as it seems, is deceptive. The dead and their spirits are everywhere.
It reminds me when I was a little boy.
Seng was about 7 years old when he and most of his family were put on these trains.
And I remember we were so exhausted. People were packed in this car, and I couldn't even breathe. I had to stick my head out to get some air. And it just reminds me of the Jewish, Holocaust.
The Nazi death camps had names which no one will ever forget. Auschwitz, Buchenwald, Treblinka. Have you ever heard of Tra Bang Sva? This is Tra Bang Sva, and Cambodia is littered with hundreds of places just like it.
There's a mass grave everywhere here, the whole place, whole damn place here, the whole...
Arnchorn Pond, the flute player, has come to revisit his childhood, a trip back in time with no nostalgia.
I lived here 2 years.